Hi everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to talk about dancing. Not ballroom dancing as we now know it from television, but your ordinary run-of-the-mill dancing which we all used to go to as young men and women. Tremendous times, great fun. My first dance hall was called the Casino, and this was when I was at the age of 15. I always remember it. It was a 12 to 4 dance, and it was started at 1 minute past 12 on a Sunday evening and went through to 4 in the morning. Now you must remember that we were then talking about double British summertime. Double British Summertime was a government thing which was introduced during the World War II years to give extended light for various activities, and of course it continued for a couple of years after the war. So that's the period we're actually talking about. And I remember, as I said, this particular dance, my very first dance, sneaking out the house just before midnight and returning about 4:30 in the morning, just in time for my dad to be coming out ready for his early morning shift. And of course I had to pretend, I just forget the actual excuse I gave him, but hopefully he didn't know that I'd been dancing. And that was the start of my dancing career. From there I proceeded or advanced to the Inch View Ballroom, which was a local ballroom, and it was built above the cooperative dairy. Nice hall, good music, and there was one particular girl there, not very attractive, but oh God, could she dance. If she had a dance card, as you used to have in the old days, there was no room left, because she was up dancing every dance and every guy wanted to dance with her. I won't mention her name. As I said, not a particularly good looking girl, but oh God, the experience of dancing with her was absolutely incredible. She was a reasonably tall girl, long legs and very long striding, and you just felt like you were a couple of professional dancers, just like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. From there I proceeded to Stewart's Ballroom, which was about 2.5 miles up the road. That was a peculiar hall, very long hall. I must admit it wasn't really one of my favourites. Another dance hall, one of the Mecca dance halls, was the Pally, and they were scattered all over the UK. Very big, non-stop music. They used to have an interval band, so you had the main band plus the interval band. Very big halls, big rooms, lots of facilities. But the one that I used to enjoy most of all, well, maybe most of all, was in a place called Leith, and it was the Eldorado Ballrooms. And one of the reasons why I really enjoyed it was because the band there was the Tommy Sampson big band. And Tommy is a tremendous character. I believe he's still alive. In fact, I saw him about 2-3 years ago, exactly the same, an ex-Salvation Army player, great character. Used to make all his telephone calls from the public phone box. You could never find him, but the guys that played for him showed tremendous loyalty for Tommy. Great times. The other outstanding band was, the guy did have a name, but it was commonly known as Alexander's Big big band, and this was the most brassy big band I had ever encountered. They were absolutely incredible. It was a wall of sound, and this was in the days where there was only one microphone, and that was for the guy making the announcements. And that's where I met, for the very first time, one of my very old and dear chums. And he was the piano player, and his name was Alex Shaw. And Alex is, or was, an incredible piano player. He could play anything. He was one of those kind that you've perhaps heard the expression in terms of singers. They could even sing the telephone book and make that sound good. Well, Alex was the equivalent in terms of piano playing. You name it, he could play it. And I used to get told off by Alex because I used to refer to him as a jazz musician. And he said, I'm not a jazz musician. He said, I'm a piano player, I'm a musician. And it was the old saying that art for art's sake, money for God's sake. And that's how lots of those musicians, that was their credo, that was how they got by. In fact, even when you consider Mozart, it was exactly the same with him. He would dash off a quick piece for no other reason than to pay the rent. Quite incredible when you consider the talent and the genius of somebody like that. But in his day, that was it. He was a working musician. So from the assembly rooms in Leith, I then advanced to the Cavendish, which was a very popular dance hall. Once again, sorry, not once again, but a dance hall with two halls involved there. And as you became more romantic and became attached to a particular girl, you would tend to use the small room, which was much more intimate. The other ballroom or dance hall, call it what you like, it was the Plaza. Now this was one of the upmarket ones, but the bands didn't mean anything. I never really enjoyed dancing there. To coin a phrase, the guys played with no balls. Two halls once again there, but yeah, not really for me. And of course, dancing was a great social occasion. It was where all the boys and girls met, all the romances started, all the breakups. Yeah, a great place to be. Yes, indeed, happy days. Lovely to think back on those times. But obviously, it's the present that counts. I would certainly like to think that the youngsters of today are having or have had the same kind of enjoyable experiences that I've had in terms of dancing or clubbing, whatever. Anyway, nice to be able to speak to you guys out there. It's time to say goodbye, and all I can say is goodbye, and may your God go with you.